logistics. Coach Sapp's going to go now, then we're going to have a little bit of a break, and then we'll pick back up with the other three coaches probably at 11:30ish, and then Tad will still come after. So, Brian, you want to start us off here?
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. Now that you've been here for a year, can you talk about just kind of what coaching, if it's in your blood now, and then like kind of what has it done for you to be here and coach for a year?
I'm addicted. I never thought I wanted this job. I never thought I wanted to be here the amount of hours I'm here. But oh my God, do I love it, and the babies react to it, and we're having fun. And trust me, I wake up every morning, drive over Table Mesa, and look at the mountains, and I get my motivation, and it's magical to me every morning. I get to drive over that thing and come in and do what I do. So I'm enjoying it.
Adam, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Adam Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Now worked with Damata Pecco and George Hilo. How has that transition gone, just in the terms of the chemistry that you guys have within that coaching group?
You know what, those two dudes have as much intensity and love for this game as I do, and we play off each other. You know, because we all got a different message, but we're saying the same thing, just in a different voice. I tell the kids, don't worry about it. You can talk to him, Hilo, or, Pecco. And then when you come to me, it's going to be a little harsher. I'm a little more rough than they are. They're a little nicer guys than me, but it's the same message, it's the same intensity, it's the same, process that we're going to go through. The standard don't change. So we're going.
Nikki, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, Sports Report. With Jahai Modis and Gabriel Lightfoot, what are you seeing from them, and how huge are they going to be in that defensive line?
I looked at them from day one, and I said, I got 8 of them I can send at you right now, and I got 3 more on some playing time. So I love where we're at right now. We're just pouring concrete. We're just pouring concrete for a solid base to go off on this year, because we don't have the best quarterback in America anymore. We're going to need to play some more D and turn the ball over to our young quarterbacks and get us thing going. So it's on us more, and I like it that way.
Scott, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Scott Burke, third game of the year. Good to see you again. Coach Pecco was talking a little bit about the other day, just about how many seniors are in your room. How valuable is that to have kind of the maturity, the older guys in that room, and having so many of them?
They lead the group. We really don't have to get on top of them, because I always tell them when I'm talking to one, I'm talking to all. I'll say something over here, and then Arden will pick it up, Tafiq will pick it up, and the rest of them, Barnes will pick it up, all our veteran guys, and they just filtering it through the young guys that this is the way we do it. You ain't gotta like it, but you gotta do it. we don't suffer that. You're gonna be part of this pack, you're gonna run with the pack, because the lone wolf dies. We don't play that. We don't play lone wolves with us. Everybody's in together. We a pack.
Pat, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham from Associated Press. Two-parter for you. Number one is, with you and Marshall and Coach Prime, for that example, how loud does a gold jacket speak with these players?
You know what? It doesn't matter if it's Hart talking to them or Coach Legit or whoever it is. The kids are really attentive, because they understand that what we're teaching is for the betterment of them. We want them at the next level, because that's our reputation. I tell them all the time, my bus in Ohio doesn't get chipped, my gold jacket don't get dirty. None of that happens to any of that. I'm here for you, so whatever you need me to do for you, I'm willing to do for you and meet you more than halfway. So it doesn't matter about a gold jacket or anything. We got a whole coaching staff of men that are here for the kids, and they understand that.
And to piggyback off that one, in the day of transfer portal, NIL, and all this stuff, how does your coaching style have to change? Can you be the same person you always are? Do you have to tone it down, or how does that work?
We can't cookie cut them. They're all individual and not the same. I just can't just come in there and just cookie cut them and form them into something. Each one of them is something different, and I have to form a relationship with them. That's the best part of this. I get to learn them every day. I get to learn who they are, what they like, what they don't like, what I can tip them over about, what I can needle them about. That's what you have to have as a coach, because you will never achieve perfection in a practice or a game. But I can make you trample excellence, perfection, all the things underneath perfection, because you'll never play a perfect game. And that's what I'm here for as a coach, to nitpick and to get you to understand, let's get better tomorrow. Let's do something else tomorrow. Let's take another step. So that's all I'm here for, just to help them.
Hey, Coach. Matt Smith, Independent. Clearly, just to follow up just very briefly on that, clearly you and Coach Falk and Coach Prime have had a long-standing relationship for a while. What kind of an addition is Coach Falk to this program?
A breath of fresh air, because Marshall's different. I've been with Marshall since 2008, at 5 in the morning, game day mornings, battling at each other with point and counterpoint. So now it's what we're doing on offense, how do you nitpick it, how you get it better, how we get the kids to understand what we want them to do, and how we get them more effective in the job that we're asking them to do. And he's detail as it comes. I mean, you don't get a better knowledge, you know. He was in the backfield with Peyton Manning and Kurt Warner telling them about protection. So trust me, he knows this game, man. We love it. I mean, and me and him both here for prime. That's the whole thing. You know, it ain't about the money, it ain't about nothing else, about our man. We want to hand him that championship trophy, and we're going to do everything in our power to get it done.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was Amari McNeil. There have been times over the last couple of years where he's really flashed to have that guy who could, you know, be a game breaker. What does he need to do to take his game to being that guy every day?
Become consistent, and that's what we're working on. Working on that concrete. Once you pour concrete, now you got a foundation, you can build a mansion. You know, first I want to build me a provision and have a barbecue in the backyard, because we all love a barbecue, right? Ain't no more fun at a barbecue, so that's what I'm doing. I'm working on their consistency and how they approach every day. Because every day you have to make a decision. You either get better or you get worse. Make a choice. And that's what we're doing every day, is building on the choices that we're making and stacking good practices. And that's the toughest thing. When you have a good one, you can go back. You have a good one, then go back. And if you do that all camp, you're going to be average. That ain't what we're looking for.
Tyler, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. I remember when we met with you last year during fall camp, you said things were going to be different for this group, and obviously you guys lead the Big 12 in sacks last season, kind of an instant impact. Was that kind of gratifying to see that the guys buy into what you were saying and teaching last year, that it kind of had immediate results for the group as a whole?
They don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You don't got to like it, but you got to do it, because I'm here for the betterment of you. And if you're telling me I don't know how to play this position, then you're a fool. And only a fool coaches himself. My babies have really bought into what we're doing, because I'm consistent with what I'm teaching. I'm consistent in every day I come in here with the energy, because I can't be up and down, and I'm asking them to be consistent. So I have to be the example for them. So, and they're loving it, and we're all buying in, and that's the best part. When you got a whole group buying in, everybody gets better. Because I told them today, team means everyone achieves more. And that's as simple as it gets. I know it sounds cliches, but together everyone achieves more, because we start out 4-on-5. We already down one, so we got to be together. We got to be a pack. We got to go together, and they understand that.
And Coach Sapp, you were talking about you and Marshall kind of going tit for tat as you're going back and forth. I'm wondering about on the field. Like your careers ran about the same time. I know you were in opposite conferences much of your career, but any good moments on the field between you two? You being a run stopper, him being a great running back, or the other guy got the better of the other one?
Just one on Monday Night Football, I can remember. I had to speak to his mother about that before we started the show, so trust me, I won't go back to that moment. You know, I had to go through Mom to get to him, so trust me. We had a couple moments, though, but they went and scored a touchdown on that drive, and then he looks at me and said, "You didn't have to slam me like that." I'm like, "What are you doing? You better snatch away from me, embarrass me on Monday Night Football. You crazy?" So it was just one of those deals, but no, that's my man. That's my man. We all here for the row one direction and get this ship going.
Jake, go ahead.
Hey Coach, Jake Schwantz with DMVR. With your new title, pass rush coordinator, I'm just wondering, what are the differences in that role between what you had last year and this year?
You'll call me pass rush coordinator. That'll be it. That'll be it. There'll be nothing changed about how I approach this job or how I want the intensity on my men to go out and play on Saturday or game day. Nothing's going to change about that. It's just, I just have a title and a little more money, that's all.
Coach, two other quick questions for you. You obviously know what you're doing as far as you playing the game. Did you find it seamless to teach the game?
Mm-mm. And I'll give you the prime example. It's Tafiq. Tafiq, oh my God, he drove me crazy. Just lit me up every day. Every day he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing that. I said, all right, son, I'm going to stop trying to teach you what I know, and I'm going to go with what you know, because that seems to work for you. So if it works for you, but what I need from you is to be disciplined, not off sides, getting off that ball, in the backfield, penetrate. If you can do that, then you can do all that hockey stuff you like. And we took off from that point on, because he was not coming over to my side, so I had to come over to his side. And like I said, they're not all the same. I can't cookie cut them. He's the one nut I let go crazy. The rest of them, you will conform. And then one of them went there and did the move the other day, and Tafiq looked at him and said, "I'm only allowed to do that move." I said, see, even he knows it. So it's a partnership. And I always tell them it's not a family. Football is not a family, because if a family's walking down the street and the baby's lagging behind, we all gonna make sure that baby's safe, right? That's what a family does. A brotherhood of men, you twist an ankle, blow a knee, we moving the drill on you. You must be held accountable. So it's a brotherhood of men. We're gonna hold you accountable for every snap you play around here, and we're gonna grade it, and we're gonna go accordingly.
And then as a follow-up, I want to ask you, as you think back to when you were their age, you're at Miami, How did you respond to coaching?
See, I had 5 coaches in 4 years. I mean, I get what I can out of each one of them, because I remember Rick Petrie telling me to make an inside move off my 3rd step. I had to wake up and remember, what did you just say? I was like, what is my 3rd step? He's like, your left foot. I'm like, how do I make an inside move off my inside foot? I said, leave me alone. I went back to sleep. So you get what you can get out of them sometimes. But I think my babies understand I'm just here for him. I'm here strictly for them. And prime over the top of it. So let's go. Let's go. You want to meet at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll be here at 5:45. There's no limit to time or anything I want to do with you. So whatever you want, come on with it.
Okay, we have time for 2 more. Go Jack.
Okay.
Hey Coach, I'm Jack Harlan with SI. You got 2 guys in your room from last year, BJ and Chidozie, trying to make the next level. Just what would your pitch to NFL teams be for those 2 guys?
I've already talked to them. They're solid. They understand the game. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and they will work their ass off for you. That's all you can ask for a player. To come give me everything you got. And Doc, Dozier in the middle, come on. You find a better nose tackle in America, let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. And BJ can rush to 3, to 5, to 9, any of it, both sides. But they wouldn't put him in the combine. I worked my butt off trying to get him in the combine, but you know, they've turned that into whatever. So.
Last one, Nikki, go ahead.
Coach Brown yesterday mentioned that he would be interested in playing another team for the spring game, which garners some more energy around spring ball. What are your thoughts on playing a team, practice for a few days against that team, and then play them in the spring game?
You just made my mouth water. I get another color that my boys can just go to work and whoop on them, and we don't care. Please bring them in here. Who's coming? Who wants some of this? I used to love that when I was in Tampa and they'd bring another team, the Redskins, Commanders now, but it was back then, and then the Dolphins, we go to Jacksonville and practice. It was always good to see another color, because I ain't got to care about whooping you. I can whoop upside your head and get on the bus and go home. I don't care. Yeah, but when you got your teammates, you got to kind of care a little bit. So, you know, I'd love another team. Ooh, yes. Give me another O-line. And I can yell and cuss at their coach too. Yeah, please. All right. Anybody else? I'm down. All right, I got to go to work. Y'all be good. Don't have this big room, man. I leave small. All right.